All right, boys and girls. So, on my way to the gym, and I kind of want to talk about, yesterday's fight of Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane, or Gane, whatever. Bro, this is mad loud. But yeah, I want to talk about yesterday's fight with Aspinall and Gane. And, not even about how people were saying, like, how Gane was dominating the fight or whatever. And then, like, the eye poke obviously, I guess, ruined the night or, like, the fight card. But more so the evolution of just heavyweight fighters. So, in this, like, small evolution of heavyweight fighters, I've been noticing heavyweight fighters aren't these sloppy tanks that just throw heavy punches. At least the elites, right? The elites of heavyweight fighting in boxing and MMA are no longer these guys that are punching for power and landing these crazy overheads, these crazy hooks, or these crazy uppercuts, a la Francis Ngannou, even Stipe at times, where I would say not really getting lucky, but there's not really a skill gap that they had to, I would say there's not really a skill gap that they had to adapt to. They just created their own lane, right? And that was just punching through that lane. They punched through their opponents. Where now it's kind of John Jones coming to heavyweight, and I think John Jones coming to the UFC and all, created a skill gap. The Demetrius Johnsons, the Khabibs, like those guys have created a skill gap at a high level. Where at heavyweight, there was really no skill gap. It was really who could withstand the most damage at heavyweight. That's really what it came down to. DC was kind of that ground guy where he created that, all right, well, I'm okay on the stand-up. I'm not the greatest boxer. I know I can take you down. That's where I'll create my skill gap. But we haven't seen guys like John Jones where he's going to take you from the ground up and destroy you at all levels. But he's created that pressure on guys to where I have to be at my highest level, my highest ability, not just at the ground, not just at the striking, not just at jiu-jitsu, but in everything. And in heavyweight, it's so tough to see that. But now we're seeing Gane. Now we're seeing Aspinall. These guys who are looking in better shape, not necessarily meaning that you need to be in the greatest shape to be a great fighter, but these guys aren't Lofton big Roblox characters anymore. Like, these guys are athletic. These guys are moving. These guys are fast twitch. These guys aren't sluggish. And it's the evolution you see with Usyk, the evolution with Tyson Fury, where these guys aren't stick figure moving. Like, these guys are, taking control of the fight with their speed. They're taking control with their technique. And I think that's the biggest thing that we see going forward in fighting or just combat sports in general. All I watch really is UFC and boxing, so I don't watch any of the other, like, bare knuckle or whatever. But yeah. Also, another topic is the Knicks. The new look Knicks, I mean, not really new look, just new coach and new faces that are getting an opportunity to play. Just off of watching the last two games, the highlighted version, because I couldn't watch the full versions because of work. But just seeing Kolek get minutes at, the backup point guard position, Miles McBride filling in the starting rotation. It's great to see that the depth isn't just for show on paper, but the depth is here to win basketball games. The depth has been something that wasn't a problem. The problem was the depth not being able to show their skill, to show that they are able to be competing at the NBA level, not also competing at the NBA level, but competing for a championship. And that's where the Knicks see themselves now. The Knicks see themselves, obviously I'm biased, I'm a Knicks fan, but the Knicks should see themselves as we can be the best team in the East. We can be the best team in the NBA. And with this depth comes a load of pressure that comes off of Jalen Brunson's back. Yeah, Carl and Jalen, your 30, your 40-point guys, those guys are going to be able to come and get their easy 20 to game. Easy. That's expected. Easy 20. But they shouldn't have to go get 40. They shouldn't like the depth that we have on this team. Brunson shouldn't have to do what he did last year. Will he? No doubt. He's a superstar. But he shouldn't have to put up 50, 60 to carry games with this team. But what I see that is more so excellent is Mikal getting out of his shell that he was in last year to where now he is expanding his game from, being like I said, a shell of himself last year. He was, I feel like we locked him up in a box, and all those minutes and then playing 82 games, I feel like he just wasn't free. And I just see him just like, he's on the fast break. He's doing more offensively. He's getting his mid-range like he always has. He's not timid to shoot the ball. He's not timid to create. And I feel like he's more in space now. Same thing with OG. I'm seeing OG dribble the ball more. Like, OG was really just a corner sitter. And someone that was just like a catch and shoot guy. I'm seeing him dribble, off dribble now. And it's great to see. It's great to see these guys starting to feel free. They're starting to feel like, okay, Jalen doesn't have to dribble the ball all the time. I can create. I can do this and that. Carl was always doing that. Obviously, Jalen was always doing that. But now we have guys that are doing different things, and it's a great thing to see. It's a great thing that, I think these guys want to be a part of. And obviously, I think they rally behind Jalen. But, when it's time to show out, you guys are in the NBA for a reason. And I think that we made a clear point that we're here to win. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.